Hi guys, So Crazy for Sure here. Got a little different setup this time. Now we did end up getting a little bit of money that I could work with here. We do get paid today. Today is Friday the 11th. We do get paid today, so we should hopefully be having some more money to stuff. The 100 envelope challenge that we picked this week was 72 and 37. I can't filter off that much. So I decided to hold off on the 72 until we get our paycheck in the bank and can work from there. But the 37, I decided I could stuff. So I just grabbed 40 to do that with. So that way, at least we are making progress on that, which isn't a problem, it happens. So that one's ready to go with its friends. And then the rest of this, because I was able to siphon off about 80 bucks, I think. Let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so it was this $80 and then this 40 more, which is 120 that I was able to do. Instead of doing the 2 envelopes for the 100 envelope challenge, I decided to try to do some catch up from what we hadn't been able to do in January. And the reason I got this all in 5s is because, as you know, unless you go to the bank, 5s are often harder to get. So I got it in 5s, so later on I can switch out my 5s for larger bills if that's what I have. So that's what I did. And let's go with this one first. This is my family binder. Everything family goes in here. And y'all, I finally got my budget sheets because, you know, purple, and I'm extra like that, so purple it is. So I decided to, because it was $192 that we owed each of the kids, I decided to do $2 in each of them, so that way it's $190. So 1, 2, and 1, 2. I spent some time this morning with the kids and was able to update trackers, do all my new budget sheets. And then Rebecca, she gets $2. Not going that way. Sorry if I'm going a little quick. The kids are down for naps, and you know, that can be anywhere from 5 minutes to 3 hours, so I try to go quick. And then Heidi got some because she needed $315 to catch up, so I put 5 into hers. And that's what I just put on it. I just says, the January we needed $315, and then I put a deposit amount of $5. I did this a few days ago. I just haven't had a chance to sit down and record the stuffing of it. I did all the math, I just hadn't recorded the stuffing. Mr. Flash actually is gonna get a pretty good chunk because his is only $37. So I'm actually gonna put 35 into his, and he'll only need 2 more to be up to date. But I know he has medicine that I have to have money for him next week. He has to have meds. So this should help go towards that. So we're gonna do 35, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Ew, that's ugly. You know, eventually I'm gonna have extra cash, and we're going to do a cash washing, crisping little demo. Let's see. Now, the Heather and Bill here, that's my husband and myself. These ones really aren't going to get much money currently. Eventually I would like to, but we only each get, I think it's $220 a month. So we're just going to kind of leave ours empty and just keep track on our expenses sheet, which is something that we'll go over next week because it's half month for me. I do it half month. So this is the end of this binder. And then this is our truck binder. Red because it's my husband's favorite color. So that's why his name is in red. So, food, it doesn't have anything in it, but eventually I would like to keep money into it. Shop supplies, wasn't getting anything. Now remember, I showed you before I had the note cards. Well, the shop supplies, we needed $84, and which was $10 a month for the 9 months. So I left the note card in there just so that way I would have a goal of money to put into it, but can run it all if I need to. Truck maintenance, actually I found out one more bill for January for truck, and it actually put us $23 over our $2,000 monthly budget for the truck maintenance, so there's no carryover in here. So truck licensing, taxes. Taxes is actually going to get one because it was $576, and I thought that was a good place to put this extra $1 bill. So that's where the taxes goes, and even when I put the $1 bill in there, oops, it's supposed to go in between the two, and that way I can still see my goal monthly amount. Insurance isn't getting any, fuel isn't getting any. Okay, this one's done. Now, we have this left. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Well, remember my husband needs $200 in trailer money a month, and I've got 25 already for him here, set aside, and this is his run on it. Well, I decided, because I did have the 5s, remember, I was going to add these 5s here, and now this is $40 in 5s, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 8 trailer loads for the month of March, which is what he needs in $5 bills, which is why I have the extra 5s around, so that way I can switch out for the big bills and use my 5s here. So we're at $135 for technically March money, because we had some extra that we didn't have to put all of in for him to load. Sorry, I'm trying to think here. So in February, we only had to add $110. So he would have, or we had $110 at the beginning of February because of stuff that I started with, and then at the end of February, or for February total, he only used $125 in January. I'm sorry, I'm trying to read my trackers and think at the same time, and I can't do that. So he only used $125 in January. So I needed the $125 from the $200 that I already had sitting. So that left us with $75, which is actually sitting in his truck. And then I was able to add that $25 in the beginning of February when we did that stuffing last week, to bump them up to 100, and then the 35 today is 135. So in this, we actually only have 65, something like that, more dollars to go to pull up to that 200 that we need for, so that way we'll have March ready for him. So actually all of this is going to go in his trailer money for March, and at the end of February I will count and see how much he has left, and then I will take however much out of this to make it that $200. I'll put it on my tracker, and then I will, starting March 1st, I'll start adding for April, so that way we can keep that going, because that's an important one, because I don't think he's going to use it all again this month. I think it's also going to be about $125, but I want to make sure that we have it just in case something strange happens, so that way we can keep that going. So that's where all of that money is this time. I'm hoping that, because we do get paid today, I'm hoping that I'll be able to stuff this 72 this weekend. and that way we can be on track for a 100 envelope challenge and pull out 2 more envelopes for next week. And hopefully they're not big ones, so they can be little and we can keep going. I think that's all for today, guys. Again, I'm doing this more for accountability reasons, to make sure that I'm doing it. My husband's really excited about it because we struggle hard December and January, typically trying to make sure we have everything paid, just because we haven't done this. But he knows that I used to do this, and he actually was the one that said, hey, why don't you start doing this again, your cash envelopes, so that way maybe we can have some extra money. And most of December we sat down and went over expenses and kind of tried to figure everything out. And then we kind of had to wait until we got through January, or most of January, to really get a good idea of where we were at. And then come, you know, by the end of January, we knew what we needed, and I was able to actually start getting a solid plan base going. And we're hoping our expenses kind of are averaging out to be about $12,000 a month for our expenses. And we're, you know, we should be able to cover that plus at least $1,000 on a slow month for us. So that $1,000 is what's going to be the extras in here. So that's what's really nice. I do have another full set of binders, but we don't need them today, so I just left them. But this will drop into the safe with all the rest of its friends, and we'll see you in a few days once we do my mid-month expense report. So that way kind of keeps track of where we are for the month and then how much money we have left for the month. And I'll get to show you my cool little tool that I use for that. It was my Christmas present to myself this year, so I'll get to show you guys that. I have it, I've been playing with it, and I'm pretty comfortable with it. So that's all I have today, guys. I will check back in a few days, and hopefully I'm helping people out. Don't really have any of the depression, the overwhelming anxiety this week, so that's always a bonus. Got some new stuff in my Etsy shop, so you're welcome to go check that out. It's So Crazy For Sure. I will link it in the description and probably on the video, so that way you can see it. But you can go check out my Etsy shop and see what there is to see there. I've got almost 40 items. My friend let me borrow her vinyl cutter because my vinyl cutter died. So I'll borrow her vinyl cutter until I can get one of my own, which is about 350 bucks. But I'm already starting to save money for that too. But I was able to use hers and do some things like $1,000 bill place markers for these. So I kind of blinged them up a little bit and kind of made them a little bit more fun, and I'm selling them in 10 packs. I think I'm doing it for $5.99 for a 10 pack of them. So you know, I've got 2 of those already set up and ready to go, and I'll be doing more. So I'll see you guys in a couple of days. Bye.